fight. You got me feeling a fight. Like how could I not think of you?
Let me ask you a question. What makes someone deserving of good things? It's a good question, right? Is it how good you are to other people? How you treat other people? Is it how you navigate your daily life? Is it your attitude? Is it your accomplishments? Is it how successful you are? Is it how much money you have or don't have? Is it being humble? Is it being respectful and courteous? Is it being kind when you don't feel like being kind? What makes you deserving of good things? What makes someone deserving of good things? I've been coming across a lot of videos on my Instagram feed, which is good. I've curated my algorithm pretty well, and I enjoy these types of videos. But what comes across a lot on my feed is like, you are deserving of good things. It isn't too good to be true. You are deserving of it. Don't think of it as too good to be true. Think of it as you deserve this. You are deserving of good things. But what makes me deserving of good things? Because if I'm deserving of good things, so let's say I do believe this. Let's say I believe I deserve good things. And so a good thing happens to me. And I say, okay, yes, I deserved that. What happens if a bad thing happens to me? Did I deserve that too? Because inevitably bad things are going to happen in my life, in your life, in everyone's lives. Bad things have happened, are happening, and will happen. Are we deserving of those things too? Because if in the same way that we manifest, quote unquote, being deserving of good things is meant to attract good things, right? If we hold this belief that I do deserve good things, we'll attract the good. Or maybe that's not the point. Because if I think I'm not deserving of bad things and bad things happen to me, it's like, why? If you believe you're deserving of good things, do you question when good things happen to you? That's an interesting question too. If something good happens to you, are you wondering why it happened to you? Or are you just happy about it? Or both? If something bad happens to you, how much easier is it to question why something happens to us when it's a bad thing compared to a good thing? I know that might seem like a silly question, because if a good thing happens, it's like, oh yeah, of course, we want the good things to happen. We don't want the bad things to happen. But then, if you want to go further down the rabbit hole with me, what constitutes a good and a bad thing? How do you know? How do you know what's good and what's bad? It's like, oh, I got a promotion at work. Is that a good thing? Do you like your job? Do you want to move up in your company? A promotion at work seems like, on the surface, a good thing, but is it really? I'm trying to think of other examples, but that was the only thing that came to mind. A promotion at work. What other good things are there, darn it? I have I guess, a little bit of a funny example of my own. I was at work, and we have this ice machine in the back, right next to the office. It's not really, whatever. But we have this big ice machine right next to the office. and a lot of stuff falls behind the ice machine. And I was looking behind there because I think I had dropped something back there or something. I don't remember. But I was looking behind there and I saw a $20 bill. And I remember I told one of my coworkers about it. I was like, there's a $20 bill back there. And she was like, oh. She was like, can I have it? And I was like, yeah. It's like I just found free money. And it wasn't me saying yes because I felt compelled to because she had asked me. Because sometimes it does happen when people ask me, can I do this? Can I have this? I feel compelled to say yes because now it's put into my brain that they want it and I want to give people what they want. Isn't that really funny? So it wasn't this. It wasn't my brain being compelled to let her have it, even if I wanted it. That's kind of the thing. My brain does this thing when someone wants something, but perhaps I want a different outcome, but instead I fulfill their outcome. I fulfill their desired outcome. Does that make sense? It's like if I made cookies and there's one more cookie left and I want the cookie, but then someone comes to me and says, can I have the cookie? Even if I want the cookie, now that I know that you want it, I feel compelled to let you have it. Even though I want it, I feel compelled to let you have it because now I know that you want it. It's basically, I guess, a long, complicated way of saying that your needs are more important than mine. But I've been working on that with my brain. I've been working on that with myself. Like there was this, when I was younger and when I worked, it's so hard for me to form sentences sometimes. When I was younger and I was at my jobs, I don't know how to explain. When I was working, when I was younger, guys would ask me for my number, and it's just saying, like, when I was younger, saying no was just like, it made me feel, because it's like I had it in my brain, like, you want my number, and I really don't want to give it to you, but I don't want you to feel unsatisfied or disappointed with me, even if it's a fucking stranger. Like, it's crazy. But anyway, when I was younger, guys would ask me for my number, and instead of saying no, I would give them a fake number because I wouldn't want to say no, but I wouldn't want to give them my actual number. So I would give them a fake number. And that's still going to be disappointing to them, but at least in the moment, it seemed like it fulfilled their desire while at the same time fulfilling mine. It's always been extremely difficult for me to just say no. But I'm bringing up that story because now when guys ask me for my number while I'm working, which first of all, it's like I'm literally at work, but okay. I had a guy come through drive-through, this older guy. He must have been maybe mid-40s. He came through and asked me. He said he liked my hair at first, and I just said, thank you. And then he asked me if I had a boyfriend, and I said no. And he said, can I get your number? And I said, no. It still feels very strange to say no. It still feels very strange to not satisfy someone else's desire. Even if, like I said, even if it's a stranger. It gets harder when people get closer to me. I want to fulfill desires. Sorry, someone walked by outside and it always throws me off. It's not even like they're looking in here either. It's just like any little distraction. My brain is like, ooh, what's that? But, yeah, I went on that tangent because I was talking about something else, but I don't remember what it was. I know I was talking about good and bad things and if we're deserving of them, and then going further down the rabbit hole, it's like, oh yes, what word did I use? Constitutes? I don't know if I used that word, and if I did, I don't know if it was correct. What makes a good thing and a bad thing a bad thing? Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh yeah, okay, I got it. So I found this $20 bill behind the ice machine. And like I said, like I was explaining with that whole thing, that whole story, it wasn't me feeling compelled to let her have it because I wanted her to have it, because she wanted it. It was just me not having the desire. I didn't care whether I kept the $20 bill or not. If I would have gotten the $20, I would have had $20 more, which you could say is good. And if I didn't get the $20 and someone else got it, then I would be out $20, right? So you could say, well, that was bad. But really, I don't think it was good or bad. Because whether I got the $20 or not, it's like, okay, I would have had $20 more. Some people would say, well, you have $20 more. That's a good thing. But it's like I had already planned things out. I already know where my money's going. Like, yes, $20 more is $20 more. I will say that. But also it's like I had already planned things out with my circumstances. I had already determined with the amount of money that I had that I'm going to be all right. So whether I got the $20 extra or not, I'm going to be all right. And then you can't think like, if I didn't take the $20, now I'm out $20, but I'm not. I found it. It was never my $20 to begin with. So I don't think it's a good or bad thing. I think it's just a thing. It's just a thing. And I've mentioned Dr. K before, but this is a concept of his that he talks about a lot. It's just like, it's just a thing. It's not necessarily good. It's not necessarily bad. I like this example that he gives. This might be a little bit different, but it's a similar vein. I like this example that he gives when someone comes up to him and compliments him and tells him like, oh, you're the best psychiatrist. He doesn't let it inflate his ego, I guess, is the best way I can describe how he put it. It's like if someone says you're amazing or you're the best at something or whatever it is, it's like, that is a nice opinion for them to have, but it's still just an opinion. And what you think about yourself is, I think, the most important. I know that seems like it's not connected, but I promise it is. I'll try and connect the two. So it's like if someone says a good thing about you, it makes you feel better about yourself, right? And if someone says a bad thing about you, it makes you feel bad about yourself, right? But why? Because you are still the thing that you were. You're still the person that you were before they said the good thing and before they said the bad thing. You're still that person. This isn't to say we can't receive constructive criticism, that some people can see something in us and perhaps we're not quite aware of it. That's a different kind of conversation, I think. But if someone is just complimenting you, telling you they think you're the best, you're awesome, you're the best at what you do, you're incredible. I had a coworker tell me, and she's a new coworker, I had her tell me I'm the sweetest coworker. And this isn't the first time I've been called a sweet coworker. I do think I'm a sweet person. Am I the sweetest? No, I don't think so. But when someone comes to me and says that, like, oh, you're the sweetest coworker, you're the sweetest person here, you're the nicest person here, it does feel good. I will tell you that. It does feel good to hear. But I'm still just myself. When people say those things about me, I'm just myself. And when people have negative opinions about me, I'm just myself. People's perceptions of me, what is good and bad about me, are their perceptions. And like I said, sometimes other people can see something in us, a difficulty in us, a darkness in us, or a light in us that we're not quite aware of, and they bring it to our attention. But I think we all really know who we are. And if we don't, or we have the sense that we don't, we will seek external validation to feel, to help us understand who we are. And I don't think there's a whole lot wrong with that. I don't think there's a whole lot wrong with that. My ex-husband used to get on to me, quote unquote. He used to be upset. He used to think like, why do you need to post these things? Why do you need people to see you like this? Why do you need... And it would just be like cute photos. It's not anything crazy, but I remember I posted this Instagram post illuminating my insecurities. So it wasn't anything strange to me. I was just posting about the things that I feel the most insecure about. And I remember he told me that he made a face like he was a little bit disgusted by it. And then he said, "It's weird." And like, I know I'm weird. I know that. But hearing something like that from the person you love, like, they're not saying you're weird in a good way. They're not saying, "Oh, that's quirky, that's fun, that's weird." He's not chuckling during it like, "That's weird." He's calling me a weirdo. But it's the context. He's calling me that. It's like I'm an outsider. And it's crazy how 2 little words under a particular context can make you feel how awful it can make you feel. So I think when it comes to like the good and the bad about ourselves, I think it's context. I think what we think about ourselves is what matters most. But I think if we think we're deserving of good things, maybe we have to accept that we're deserving of the bad things too, or maybe not. I don't know. I'm still thinking on that one. I mean, we've all heard like, "Oh, it's just a lesson to be learned." That one kind of pisses me off, and I've talked about it before. It's like, can't bad things just be bad things sometimes, and we don't have to learn a lesson from them? Can't bad things just be bad? I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't know whether I deserve good things or not. Because I don't know what it is about me that makes me any more deserving of good things than the next person. And if I just have this belief about myself that, yeah, I do deserve good things, what does that mean when a bad thing happens? For me, I just like to think of it as things. And maybe that kind of seems dull, but it's really not. Because I'm going to feel everything, regardless of whether it's quote unquote good or bad. I'm going to feel everything that happens to me. I'm going to feel joy and gratitude and love and peace and excitement. I'm going to feel those things, whether or not good or bad things are happening to me. And I'm going to feel sad and angry and lost and alone. I'm going to feel those things, whether good or bad things happen to me. So it's just things. It's just things. I think I'm just deserving to be here. I'm just deserving to be here. And I think for me, that's what fits. Because for a long time, I believed that I belonged outside of it all, outside of the feeling. For a long time, I believed I didn't belong. I didn't deserve to belong. I didn't deserve to be with everybody else or around everybody else. I wasn't the same. I was something worse. I was something strange. I was something weird. In the way that my ex-husband looked at me with disgust and told me I was weird. But I do belong. And I do deserve to be here with everyone else. And I do deserve to feel all the things and to have the experiences. And I can still be weird and still be deserving of all of that. I deserve to be here. Whether quote unquote good or bad things happen to me, I just deserve to exist. And I'll tackle all of the things as they come my way. You deserve to be here too. I'll see you in the next one.